The electrical receptacle is all finished. We got that all set. Everything's in there nice and rigid, flat and perpendicular. And that's way better than it was when we started. Take a look at the back. I didn't need to put any backing in here. The plaster was plenty strong enough as it was. So you can see those tabs that flip up and cinch it against the wall on the top there. And there's the one on the bottom. And I carved out a little notch for the little screw holes right in the center there that holds on the wall plate. So, good to go. Just gotta fish these wires that I got hanging here. I gotta fish these wires back through that box, and that's a done deal. Okay, I got the wires fed back into the box. Everything's looking good. I clipped it on the front. So there's a little black clip up there that holds the wires for strain relief, and that's about as much as they had hanging out of there originally. So we're all set, back in business. The electrical box that I was fixing the wall for is back in place. It's secured to the wall. It's nice and flat, square, perpendicular, rigid. It's perfect, just the way I wanted it. That is the receptacle that is going to hold the Schluter Heat thermostat for our heated floor. So I wanted to make sure that that was in a good position so that it would look nice when that thermostat's installed. It is programmable, so it's going to look like a little TV screen right in the wall. So I want to make sure that was straight and it's looking good. So I'm going to take that off my bucket list. That's a done deal. And I'm going to move on to my next item, which is hooking up the dishwasher. Currently, there is a cabinet that needs to have some holes cut in it so I can run the drain and the water supply and the power supply through to connect to the connections that will be underneath the sink. We have a water supply for the sink that's going to tee into the dishwasher, and the drain for the dishwasher is going to tee into the drain pipe for the sink. There's already a power supply box mounted inside of that cabinet, so we'll be able to plug the dishwasher in from there. It's a 2-outlet deal, so if you ever wanted to go with another appliance on the sink, say a garbage disposal, there's an extra outlet to accept that if we wanted to go for that kind of a modification. So we didn't put one in because we have such a heavy sink. It's a fire clay sink. It's quite large and quite heavy, and we wanted to get that mounted and get that where it needed to be, and then see what we have for leftover space, because a garbage disposal is actually quite heavy and quite large, and we weren't sure if we even wanted a garbage disposal. But then there's also the fact that it might not have even fit in there anyways. So that's a additional upgrade we may or may not choose to do in the future, but we do have the accommodations for the power supply to run that if that was the case. So that'll be my next project to click off on my bucket list, and that'll be started tomorrow. And like I tell my wife, it only take a half an hour. So we'll see about that. Until tomorrow, adios amigos.